Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel. If you're new, you're coming back. This is your daily check-in. We're gonna take a look what's happening with divine feminine and divine masculine collectives. I will do a little bit of different questions today for a change, but before I get to questions and outlook from the tarot perspective, I will start with an oracle deck, and today is going to be the Enchanted Map oracle. So let's get a card for divine feminine first of all, with the guidance, what we're supposed to know, supposed to navigate at this time. And I do have my book here too, so I haven't used this deck in months, and I almost feel like it's a new deck to me again. So yeah, I'll definitely read the message from the book. Make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, we have Mountain, number 6. Very, very symbolic to get number 6, and since we're in the 6 months of the year, since we just had the peak of the new moon in Gemini, and the card of Gemini is number 6, the Lovers. Okay. Sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer. But why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. Yeah, so don't make it harder than it's supposed to be. Don't overthink. Don't treat this as the divine or somebody trying to give you a hard time or test you or something. It's not a test. It's not a drill, right? But these are life circumstances that you will be meeting from time to time. This is just the next step in the evolution of how you're gonna deal with this particular way of them happening to you, right? It's this particular circumstances. So be smart. Don't work hard, work smart. I was just talking about it a couple of days ago, with the whole concept of how we're switching from like the quality that turns the quantity that turns into quality into the completely different quantum physics approach. So that's your chance to exercise the quantum physics approach. What do we have for divine masculines watching? Now that we're past the new moon event, we're gonna have the summer solstice fast approaching, so I'll also be doing a dedicated reading for it, most likely on Tuesday the 20th, but I'm still considering different days because I will be away in Boston for a few days, as I've mentioned a few days ago. So I'll see how I want to plan my videos to be recorded and to come out while I'm there. I don't think I'll actually have a chance to be recording anything over there, but I'll see how much I can pre-record so that you guys have your daily updates. Making a choice, number 30. Whoa, and look at the Twin Towers. This is exactly what the Gemini card Lovers is about. And I talked about it profoundly in the last 2 or 3 videos, so I'm not gonna do that again, but I will read. Making a choice. Whoop. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next action. Whatever the choice is, you must take responsibility for it. Yet you needn't to be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now, because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition, ask for a sign from spirit, and you will be led to the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. Yes, choosing consciously, a lot of it was actually at the beginning of the message, that you are taking responsibility for it, accountability for it, right? You understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, and why you are doing it now. Okay, let's get on with the reading. I did decide to use the golden foil deck for my main read. So first of all, since this is going to be more of a connection reading than just the usual check-in, let's start with the question of how are the twins feeling for each other at the moment. So let's start with the feminines, how they're feeling for their divine masculines at the time. Feeling and thinking. What's in their heart space? What's in their mind? The loudest energies. 7 of Wands. Anything else to clarify? The Hangman and 2 of Wands. Yeah, so there is a sense that decision needs to be made towards this love. It's not very clear at the moment for divine feminines what it is, right? Hence a bit of that struggle, right? We're talking about feelings and thoughts in this category, right? So there is a bit of a battle, almost like with themselves, right? They'll go this way, they'll go that way. You see 2 of Wands here, right? Like, it's almost like if you remember a cartoon, Around the World in 80 Days, where they had this funny character, Mr. Fix, who was talking to himself, and he was doing like this role play, you know, like talking like from different kind of perspectives, like it's 2 people, but it was actually just him talking to himself. It's almost like that. That's what I'm getting as an image. Divine feminine considering like, yeah, but if I do this, I can do that and that. And then the same divine feminine replies, yeah, but if you do that, you will not be able to go this way and accomplish this. How about that? You know, and there is that talk. And while they're talking, there isn't much happening. And there is a bit of a tension in the air, in the emotional realm, about not taking action at this time. But what I'm getting, it's more about the conscious brain, and that just kind of like is pushing us towards moving, taking that action. And if you remember, just at the beginning, we were talking about working smart, not hard, right? And it's not about always like chiseling at that mountain, climbing it as soon as possible. A lot of times there is a smarter way to do it, and it's not always about taking action in the physical. So if you're not guided to take an action, that's for a reason. Sit with it a bit more. The Hangman is actually a very good blessing in disguise in this case, because that's like your clarification why there's no action. There isn't supposed to be any action right now. It's supposed to marinate, to mold in this way, in the Hangman position. What about divine masculines? How are you feeling towards the connection? Ooh, the Devil and 3 of Wands. So they're always also waiting, they're watching, they're thinking, they're imagining what it's gonna be like with you. And yes, a lot of the scenes are quite juicy, but a lot of it is still divine masculine having some doubts and being afraid of this going downhill quickly, right? Like there is this fear from the past situations where the manipulation, the toxicity is gonna come in and it's not gonna be good anymore. Like it's gonna evaporate pretty quickly. That's what I'm getting as an image. Like that's what they are afraid of. The passion will evaporate, and it will be like kind of like this back and forth. And I'm getting even with this change that it's gonna be them pulling on each other's chain and power, really, all the time, right? Like, who's the stronger one here? Like, who's gonna win this battle? I don't want this to be a battle. Okay, so there's a bit of a fear there. They're excited, they're waiting for it to happen, but they have fear. That's the bottom line. Okay, let's get the next question of what are the twins leaving behind in the karmic sense to move closer to this connection. Let's start with the feminine. So the death card, wow. Leaving everything behind. Please clarify. I'm actually guided to get a clarification from a different deck. I also have my Witch's Tarot, so please clarify the death. And immediately I got something. Ooh, Page of Swords. Okay, so 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So what I'm getting is divine feminines are basically living behind, or they're asked to live behind their old life altogether, with their mindset, with their lifestyle, right? It's like this brand new day where there may be still a lot of unknowns, but you're supposed to take that brave step. If anything, Page of Swords is brave. They have thirst for knowledge, for adventures, and they don't want to be left behind. Like, they want to be taken into that adventure where they have a chance to prove themselves. There's also this 10 of Wands, which is about not wanting to hold on to certain karmic burdens, right? Like, that they've been with you for a while, they're getting heavier and heavier. Some have more sentimental value, you're just used to them, so you're keeping to them. Yeah, Spirit's been funny. Some of them you would want to get rid of it, like, oh, really want to get rid of it, but you're not really sure how, so just keep going with them, right? So whatever it is, it's important to leave those things so that you can embrace a more courageous and honest approach in your life. And I don't mean that you're not being honest right now, I just mean that you know, when you have a lot of those karmic situations and scenarios to navigate, no matter whether you realize it or not, or you want it or not, but you cannot be fully authentic the way you could be when you don't hold back to those. It's gonna be pulling away, it's gonna be feeding off your energy, first of all, but also it's gonna kind of force you into like making things work mode, rather than just being yourself and not giving a damn about you know, what other people think or what's the circumstance going to be in this particular case, because for now it's still quite important what the circumstance is. Okay, what are the masculines leaving behind right now? 7 of Cups. Just clarify. Nine of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, all feminine figures here. It's very interesting. Yeah, so masculines actually realize that, well, first of all, they don't want to be in a player energy anymore where they're trying the taste, I'm hearing, of different feminines. And of course, take gender how it resonates is more about the energy. But, and you see these are all different suites. They're also of different age, different level of maturity, different focus in life. So it's like these women are, they have them available at their disposal if they want to pursue them. But that's the part where Divine Masculine is leaving those options behind. Those that are not long-term viable, but those that are available, that used to entertain them, keep them satisfied in certain ways, and kind of they used to present like a challenge, you know, like an adrenaline rush. It was like, this is something new. I've never dealt with this kind of person before, right? So it created that kind of a challenge, that kind of a daredevil energy that they enjoyed, but they are leaving that behind now. And what I'm also getting, like these three suites and different ages and different focuses also represent different activities in life. So there also another side to see this is that the masculines are also starting to appreciate more different kinds of activities that they can do with feminines. If before the main focus was around the bedroom and the intimate connection, maybe certain household questions, right? Or like if you're living together, then it's some kind of errands, chores, you know, necessities. But now they're actually seeing how interesting it can be to do more stuff with the feminine and from different perspectives, you know, exciting from like hosting guests and making food and preparing, like entertaining maybe, to doing budgeting, traveling, looking for a house, for a car, planning actual future together, kids go here as well, to just like contemplation conversations about the meaning of life and values, and maybe even conspiracy theories on different events of the day. We have so many for those conversations, so many of those events happening pretty much every day these days. So yeah, they're enjoying different sides of it. They realize that they've seen it all with divine feminine, or like this word, like those areas you can treat them as you resonate, right? Or they saw them with females that were not there. For some, it's if they haven't had that experience with the divine feminine, they've seen it with feminine energies that are not their sexual partner. So they can actually appreciate doing those things without necessarily connecting it to that intimacy. Okay. What else do I want to ask? So we saw what the twins are walking away from. We saw what's going on. Let's see what the outcome is for the connection in the foreseeable future, and I'll get that obviously for both of the twins. What's going to be happening within the months of June? Like we're talking about the June and the energy of 6, so what's the outcome of June, of the months of June for this twin flame collective, for the connection? What's the possible outcome that we can see? Remember that this is the potential, so it still will depend on how you play your cards, how much in alignment you are with your higher power, etc., etc. Okay, so we have Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles in reverse, and I'll pull a clarifier. Oh, we have 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I did shuffle, you saw me. Please clarify Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Okay. 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Queen of Wands. Yeah, so the twins will understand that it's easy and hard to express their love to their divine partner at the same time. It's easy because it's so natural and so flowing, and it just feels like they've always felt this way, they've always seen it this way. On the other hand, it's hard because there's a lot at stake, right? There are a lot of risks on like how it may go wrong, it may not be the right timing, or any of those things. So there is overthinking about that. There is sadness that it's not easier, that you cannot just like connect and start living this life together, right? Like there are some hoops to jump through. But what I'm also getting is that both twins will see why it's worth waiting and it's worth jumping through those hoops and it's worth working your way and integrating your lessons towards each other. I remember when I was explaining the concept to my DM, I did mention this symbolism of a noble knight performing different heroic deeds, and then at the end it's like the princess awaits and they get to marry the princess, and a lot of times also get part of the kingdom or the whole kingdom, you know, like that's the reward, right? In the best possible sense, this union is a reward, but each of us is supposed to do certain amount of work, cover certain scenarios, remove certain burdens in order to be of that vibration, and in order to really be great, worthy partners for each other, right? And of course, we are matched according to our experiences and predefined end that happened on the fly, especially if you're talking about not the twin themselves, but the high-level soulmate, right? That's how we get magnetized to each other, with that common experience that we share, or the complementary experience that can benefit mutually. Okay, last but not least, I'm gonna get some messages, first of all from divine masculines to divine feminines. That's too many cards. Thank you. That was also quite a lot. Yeah, I didn't think I'll take them, but maybe one more card. It sounded like it was gonna be a long story. I've got 3 more cards, but it's okay. I miss you, do you? I hope you'll wait for me. So this is that sadness and missing their divine feminine. Then we have, I have so much desire for you. Love is the answer, and I'm open to compromise. Yes. So you see, the distance makes the heart grow fonder. And like I was saying, we already see this predisposition to actually valuing it much more and seeing more of why it's worth sometimes the long drive, sometimes the lonely nights, the challenging mental tasks I'm getting. Messages from feminines and 2 masculines. Okay, I think I'm good, but I have a few cards to pick up. So we have reach out, listen to your heart. If I asked you to stay, would you leave? And I need more balance. Yeah, these are different tools than the compromise, but it's for both twins. There's some balancing out happening as we speak. And to me, like this part about if I asked you to stay, would you leave? This is that part about was the hangman, and like considering different scenarios and talking to yourself, like that inner conflict, right? Like that's part of the scenario where, you know, sometimes you replay past situations in your head and you're thinking that maybe, well, not maybe, but you definitely could have done this better, or, you know, this could have been a much happier outcome there. So it's that. Of course, they miss divine masculines. That's the response, kind of, if we imagine a dialogue, right? Because masculines are asking, do you miss, I miss you, do you? I hope you'll wait for me. And DF is saying, yeah, reach out, baby. Listen to your heart and reach out. They want you to. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon.